You know, I hear the only solution is the same solution we hear for years. When corporations need a little extra money, they fired people. I don't know if that makes sense. I have a better solution. Let's pretend for one day I'm the governor of New York. It never happened, but say it was for the day. I would do it a little bit differently. I would voluntarily take a 20% or more cut in my pay. I would ask every state employee, before I fire state employees, let's cut the pay, whatever the figures, let's make an arbitrary number 10%. So everybody is affected equally with no firings. Let the union understand that if we get the money down the road, we'll find a way to give it back if we can afford it down the road. So instead of anybody losing a job, we keep everybody in the job. That means even legislators. So if they put a bill through with their friend's pork in the bill, he knows less money's in the state budget. His salary could be cut by 1 to 2%, giving his friend a free ride for something we don't even need at this time. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. The implication of taking a pay cut is further reaching than just keeping you employed. It would keep down the unemployment numbers, number one. And number two, even though people would have a little bit less money because they took a pay cut, that might drive prices of merchandise down because the shortage of money makes money more valuable. Money being more valuable.
So in other words,
demand,
if we did that as a family of employees on a temporary basis to keep everybody employed, because an unemployed father or mother in a household could make that household at risk to lose payments to pay a mortgage, and maybe it's better to practice, take the negative, horrible as it is, let's share the burden equally. That means legislators, governors, everybody does it. And maybe the legislative governors do the 20%, the workers do it at a 10%. But I don't want anybody laid off because everybody understands this is a global problem, not a New York State problem. We have to work it together. And maybe it shows that man can help each other. It might be the only way we get out of what I think we're going into a real depression.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get past the greed of some people in order to...
Well, we're just throwing it out there as a food thought.
Just an idea.
Okay. And let's take that same concept to, say, New York City with teachers. If the budget is low and we want a guarantee that we're going to go through it and there's no favorite program put in there for $20 million in reading or something, and they take all that out of the budget and they still have a shortfall, no phony rent deal with some friend, and what's left over, there's a shortfall. Let's take that on an even keel to everybody and let no one get unemployed, left out of the system. But if the money is back in the keel in a year or two, those people who went along for that would get it back in their hands. Because I don't want to see a teacher, a fireman, a policeman, anybody lose their job. And I think most people could tolerate a 3, 4, 5% decrease in the pay on a uniform basis. And the executives take equal, if not more, showing good faith. Maybe we could say that we are going to work together to save whatever is happening to the world right now. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's a good idea.
So in other words, let's see if we can take from the negative part of the world right now, make some positives. And something, I think that would maybe spark a new wave of goodness in mankind, not this wave I see of negativism. You agree with that?
Yes. Yes, this might start something new if somebody would consider doing it for real.